Hello everyone, my name is Adonis and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing an X returns reading for all of my Aries out there for the month of September 2019. So without any further ado, let's jump in and see what the cards have to say. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter. So many cards I need to see. So many cards I need to see. What kind of energy are my Aries dealing with during this month? What kind of energy are my Aries dealing with this month? So many cards I need to see. So many cards I need to see. Alright, let's see what's going on here. Okay. Ooh. Alrighty. So, my Aries. Right off the bat, you got things on pause. You got the brakes on right now. And it seems you got the brakes on right now because you are dealing with a situation pertaining to some type of finance. You got the Ten of Pentacles here. Dealing with some type of finances pertaining to legacy, like long-term, a solid foundation. And you're dealing with an earth sign individual. We got the Knight of Pentacles here, which is a Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo. And right now it seems like you kind of put things on pause because, you know, you're trying to figure out, is this individual either comes from money or this person has money. And you're trying to figure out, you know what, is this going to be the right situation for me? Is this person really, you know, is this person really all of that? You know what I mean? Is this person something I can start something on a long-term solid basis with? Because it seems like this person is a really good person, but, you know, there's just something that's got you thinking. You got the Eight of Swords. You got something, you know, you're dealing with some emotional stuff here that makes you feel like you got your hands tied behind your back. Again, let's remember, Knight of Pentacles, very, you know, they're very reasonable, very responsible, they're very deliberate in their movements, so they do a lot of things with a lot of thought put behind it. But you kind of put the brakes on because, again, everything that glitters is not necessarily gold, and that's what you're beginning to kind of feel with this particular situation right here. It looks like, and that's why you kind of feel trapped. There's something that happened that kind of got you shook a little bit, kind of making you kind of give pause and say, wait a minute, what's going on here? At the same time, doing all those shenanigans, you're dealing with a Knight of Cups. That's a water sign individual. That's a Cancer, a Pisces, or a Scorpio. And, you know, again, this person seems like they're kind of really feeling themselves right now. You know, they're really feeling themselves. They're really, you know, they're daring, dominating, and kind of a dashing type of personality. And they're showing you that there's a lot of interest going on right now in there. It seems to be like they're kind of like being really assertive. They're kind of like really have decided to take matters into their own hands right now. Okay, so, you know, you're kind of dealing with that individual, that the earth sign individual, again, is kind of giving you a little bit of pause. A little bit of pause because you're kind of starting to see some red flags, it looks like here. You're starting to see a little bit of red flags, and it's kind of got you kind of pulling back a little bit because you're starting to feel trapped. You know, it looks like you've met his, you know, the person has money set up. So you're like, okay, that's cool. You know, he seems to be, you know, but there's just something about that earth sign individual that's kind of giving you a little bit of pause. All right, giving you a little bit of pause and making you kind of rethink things a little bit. That's a red flag out there somewhere. But this water sign individual, again, you know, dominating, dashing type of personality, really feeling themselves, and they're really being assertive and pushing up on you like, hey, let's go out, let's have a good time. You know, that they're really sure of themselves. So that's, you know, you're dealing with an earth sign, dealing with a water sign individual. Now, finally, you got a fire sign individual here. That's a Leo, an Aries, or a Sagittarius. Now, this fire sign individual, Aries, this fire sign individual does have the ability to kind of attract things to them. But the bad news, and you know it, there's a devil card here. There's something kind of toxic about the situation you're dealing with this individual right now. It's kind of toxic. There could be some substance abuse problems of some sort, you know, a drinking issue, some kind of drug issue, or just could be an overall just a toxic type of relationship. And you're kind of like you're kind of seeing that. You're like, wow, you know, you're juggling these three people, and you're just like, wow, out of all of them, this one seems to be the most problematic. And you know it because you got the Ten of Wands here, and it's burdensome. It's basically it's a pain in the ass for you to be dealing with. You're burdened by it. It's a bit of a pain. But again, the person's attracting you to them. You're kind of in their orbit. And you're like, damn, you know. But this just, you know, this person has some real toxic stuff going on right now with them, and you're like, wow, you know. So that seems to be what you're dealing with. You got an earth sign individual where you decided to put the brakes on because everything that's glittering is not necessarily gold, and there's something kind of causing you to kind of give pause to that a little bit. The water sign individual, that person's pushing up on you. They're being a bit assertive, so you're like, okay, you're dealing with that. There's something positive going on. And then finally, you got this fire sign individual, and you know there's a lot of toxicity there, a lot of red flags there, and it's kind of you can see that it's kind of going to be like a burden as things time goes on, even to deal with this person in any kind of way, shape, or form. So with that being said, let's see what's going on with your ex. What type of things are your ex dealing with? What kind of energy is your ex dealing with right now? What kind of situations is your ex dealing with right now? Show me cards I need to see. Cards I need to see. What's going on with my Aries ex? What's going on with my Aries ex right now? Okay. Okay, so right off the bat here we got the Four of Swords, and your ex is kind of like your ex seems to kind of like being in chill mode. They're kind of resting, relaxing, kind of contemplating. So they're kind of like in chill mode. They kind of faded to the back a little bit because it looks as if they were engaged in a particular situation with someone at their job. Got Three of Pentacles, so they were possibly involved with someone at the place where they work. Again, it could be either where they work. It could be some kind of project or something that they were dealing with this individual. So there seems to have been some kind of romantic thing going on here, but we got the Five of Pentacles. They got left out in the cold. So as a result of that, they kind of decided to take a step back a little bit and kind of chill out a little bit. You know, they don't want to put too much. They don't want to put themselves out there again at the moment. However, your ex seems to be dealing with a fire sign. You got the King of Wands here, and this person that they're currently dealing with here has decided to take. This is the type of individual that kind of takes the long view of things. So this person that has your ex in their sight, they got some good intentions here for them. I mean, it looks like you know there's this sense of renewal, of hope, of so they really. It looks to be that I don't know if this person's from their job or not, that they work with as well, but this person is definitely, it feels like they're definitely aware that they've kind of been left out in the cold and they're kind of like in chill mode right now. So this person, you know, is looking at the bigger picture here. And they're like, you know what, let me just kind of really come into let me come into their life right now and give them a sense of renewal in themselves, you know, because they were feeling really, it looks like they're feeling really down about themselves right now. And this person, this fire sign individual, is kind of picking them up. And it looks like, in addition, here we got the Wheel of Fortune. Things are kind of beginning to turn in their favor, that they're actually beginning to make a little bit of leeway here with your ex here. There's a little bit of leeway here is beginning to be made. Now, we got the Ten of Pentacles here. So this person that's pushing up on your ex is either has money or they come from a family with money. All right, so And it also appears as though that, honestly, we got the Strength card here. There seems to be a lot of passion there. There's a lot of passion there, a lot of spiritual strength. So this person actually seems to be, your ex was kind of like in a little bit of a hurt state. Not broken. They weren't broken, but they were pretty hurt. And this person's kind of uplifting them, kind of uplifting their spirits. Probably kind of hanging out a lot, your ex is kind of getting themselves together mentally, emotionally again. So this person's really uplifting them, and it looks like this person really does care about them. So there's a lot of compassion and caring going on here. So that's cool. We never want to see anybody do bad, right? So with that being said, here's a $24,000 question, right? Are you guys going to get back together? So let's see here. Are you guys going to get back together? Are you guys going to get back together this month of September? Are my Aries and Aries going to get back together? Are my ex and their ex going to get back together? Show me cards you need to see. Some cards you need to see. Cards you need to see. You know what? Let me do the shuffle one more time. I really didn't like the way that felt. Are my Aries and their ex going to get back together this month? Are my Aries and their ex going to get back together this month? Show me cards I need to see. Show me cards I need to see. Some cards I need to see. Ooh. Okay, well, I can tell you right off the bat, doesn't look so. Doesn't look like it. Not this month anyway. Kind of like things are kind of put on pause. All right, so this month anyway, the month of September, things are kind of put on pause because we got the Death card here. And this Death card is telling me that there is a sense of endings and new beginnings. So this month it looks like either you or them or maybe the both of you have decided to, you know what? I'm going to explore something new. I'm going to explore something new. I'm not going to look back. I'm going to move forward this month. So this month at least, there's no looking backwards. There's only looking forwards. And either you or your ex, or maybe it's like a mutual thing where you're just like, you know what? We want to have endings and new beginnings. So even though you guys are both kind of dealing with some tumultuous situations right now, you both have pretty much decided to kind of move forward. Now, with that being said, the bottom card here is the Knight of Wands. So it doesn't appear as though it's out of the realm of possibility. Because there's, well, it's out of the realm of possibility for this month. Is what that's clear. However, it does look like sometime in the future that there could definitely be something because there's still some passion there. There's still some passion beneath all that. You guys is kind of like doing your own thing right now, but there's still some passion there. There's still some fire in that belly there. There's still some kind of spark that's still there. That at some point, this looks like it's going to be re-explored at some point, but not this month. Not this month. But with that being said, let's see if spirits have any additional information that they want to give you. And there you go. There's something better. Which is pretty much what you guys have already pretty much decided that that was the case anyway. There's something, you have the feeling that there's something better out there for you. That's why you're kind of dealing with all of this stuff right now. Even though you're having some issues with this earth sign individual, you kind of put the brakes on it a little bit. Even though it's got making you feel a little bit tense, like there's something you're missing here, something's going on, and you're not too sure about what's going on. And even though you're kind of dealing with this toxic situation with this fire sign individual, you still kind of believe, like, you know what? I know what's behind door number 1 already. Been there, done that. I want to see what's behind door number 2. Even though door number 2 may be kind of iffy, they're like, well, maybe I'll check out door number 3 next. So that's kind of like where you are right now. So you're kind of like in that kind of mode of thinking. You're going to kind of exhaust a lot of different options before you go back, because there is a feeling, and Spirit agrees with you, that at least for this particular period of time, there's something out there that's better for you. In addition, the reason this is probably the case is because of trust. Something happened between your ex, and there was just, the trust was just kind of broken, looks like. Either they couldn't trust you, you couldn't trust them, or you guys just couldn't trust each other. And so, you know, there was some deep-seated trust issues that were an issue, which kind of caused you guys to separate to begin with. It looks like it possibly could have been amicable. You know, you decided that, you guys both decided that, you know, we're just kind of going to go our separate ways here. But Spirit also wants you to know that at the end of all this, forgiveness is key. And I know I get a lot of I read all the comments, guys. I really do. And there's a lot of people like, you know, hey, you know, my ex is this and that, and they did this to me, they did that to me. I'm done with them. The hell with them. You know, I'll never want to see them again. They can burn in hell. That type of thing. Listen. Does not necessarily mean you got to get back with a person. But it probably would be in your best interest to forgive them. Trust me, it would be. Because you're carrying around that extra weight. You're carrying around that on your shoulders. And so you know you're moving with that type of mentality to the next relationship, and the next relationship, and the next relationship, so forth, so on. And so that means, to a certain extent, this person's kind of still in your heart. If you forgive them, you release them. You let it go. They're released. It's like, I don't mean you any ill will. I don't mean you any harm whatsoever. I'm kind of just done with you altogether. It becomes a non-factor. Once you forgive someone, they become a non-factor. They're no longer a factor in your life. And so, you know, like I said, passions run high. When somebody does you dirty, you know, you feel what you feel. But I'm just telling you from personal experience, it's kind of better just when you're done with somebody, no matter how dirty they may have done you, the best thing you can do is just release it. Just release it. Let it go. You'll be better off for it, and you'll feel better for it too. All right? So, with that being said, I'm shutting this thing down. Hey, thank you guys so much. If you haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye.